You're listening to the Intercoastal Podcast, part of the Destination Marketing Podcast Network. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Intercoastal Podcast. I'm Daquan Mickens, and on today's episode, we'll be discussing Beaufort's agricultural side. There are so many different farmers markets, local produce stores, and farm-to-table restaurants in Beaufort, and we'll be touching on a few of those in this episode. To begin, I'd like to let you know about Beaufort, South Carolina, and how it's located in the Lowcountry region, and has one of the richest agricultural history and diverse farming practices in the country. One of the main things that makes Beaufort's area such a great location for farming is the climate. Beaufort has a humid subtropical climate categorized by hot summers and mild winters. This allows for a long growing season ideal for the variety of crops. A lot of people know that South Carolina is known for their farmlands and vast fields, but here in Beaufort, our major crops are tomatoes, peppers, squash, different types of fruits like strawberries, watermelons, peaches, blueberries. You can pretty much find a different array of items here in our area that are locally grown, and it starts with the farms out here. Just like the rest of the South, farming and crop production are a major part of Beaufort area's history and culture. Several local farms are open to the public with stores and as-you-pick fields, and you'll always find farm stands open throughout our part of the Lowcountry, selling fresh local produce grown right here in our own soil. Dempsey Farms is one of those farms located along the Sea Island Parkway on St. Helena Island, on the way out to Hunting Island or Fripp Island. Dempsey offers a variety of fresh local produce at their farm stand from March to November. Dempsey's U-Pick fields are legendary, with thousands of visitors each year to pick their own fresh local strawberries, tomatoes, melons, and a lot more. Dempsey Farms is a great location for families. I actually remember when I first visited Dempsey Farms when me and my wife moved to Beaufort. It's a great chance to, get out, touch the town, pick some strawberries, and kind of do something out of the usual, and their strawberries are amazing and at great prices. Another farm in our local area is well known for its Bigfoot sign. Beaufort Farms is also located along Sea Island Parkway on St. Helena. You'll find plenty of fresh local produce at their farm stand, including tomatoes, melons, local peaches, and more. All the Beaufort Farms produce is grown in their own fields adjacent to the market. Another aspect of agriculture in our area is the farmers markets. It's another way to get fresh fruit and vegetables without having to go straight to the farm, but having the farms come to you at a local convenient place. Every Saturday morning, all year round, the Port Royal Farmers Market is open from 9 a.m. to noon. Folks love to flock to Port Royal Farmers Market along Revolt Road at the Naval Heritage Park. And each week brings dozens of vendors with fresh local produce, meats, plants, prepared foods, local seafood. So then you can get a different aspect that you can't really get at farms. Some people, sell like maybe she crab soup at the farmers market. So it gives a different aspect of, hey, this is not just only freshly grown, but this is our own concoction, or these are our own spices. So it definitely gives a new twist to the farmers market that you're normally used to. And you can find different farmers markets throughout Beaufort. There's a ton of them. It's a great way to mix it up, and you might get something different at a different farmers market that you might miss somewhere else. To find those farmers markets, you can go to our BeaufortSC.org Things to Do section, and on the farmers market tabs, you can find the times and the times of year that those farmers markets are open. And the final aspect of agriculture in Beaufort is the farm to table aspect. A lot of our restaurants in the area are farm to tables. They love to use fresh produce, and a lot of them actually sell produce in the stores when you go in to eat. Lowcountry Produce, Gullo Grub, these type of restaurants sell produce at the counter. So you can go in and buy tomatoes, or you can go in and buy, special jam that they put together from their locally grown farms. And then the meals that you do eat in the restaurants are also from locally grown and locally cooked meals. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Intercoastal Podcast. I hope that this episode has been informative in teaching the importance of diversity in the agricultural scene of Beaufort, and that I hope you realize that not only is the agricultural scene important to the locals here of the area, but to the visitors as well. Thank you for listening. You can follow us on social media at visit_BeaufortSC on Instagram or at BeaufortSC on Facebook. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review. We'll talk to y'all next time. This has been another episode of the Intercoastal Podcast, hosted by Daquan Mickens and the team at Visit Beaufort, Port Royal, and the Sea Islands, produced by Relic.